3 years ago, and every once in a while you sort of feel the presence, but I don't know whether that's just because you...
94 years old, a 5 a.m. gym junkie, and the only director in Hollywood who still lands his own helicopter on set, Clint Eastwood was told to retire 4 decades ago. Instead, he's buying multi-million-dollar ranches because the view feels right, dating a woman half his age and ordering younger actors to keep up while he whispers, "Action." Viewers think they know the legend, but they've never heard the half of it. Clint's birth certificate reads May 31, 1930, Piedmont, California. Weight, 11 pounds, nicknamed Samson by stunned nurses. The Eastwoods owned 2 cars, a backyard pool, and a country club membership, hardly the dirt-poor origin story tabloids love to sell. Yet privilege didn't save him from failure. He flunked junior high, repeated a year, and was known more for drag racing hot rods than passing algebra. Hidden behind all that engine grease? A kid who could crush Chopin. Night after night, teenage Clint practiced until his fingers throbbed. Muscle. Memory that would one day help him compose film scores. Still, teachers begged him to audition for drama classes. He flat out ignored them. He was chasing exhaust fumes and first kisses, not applause. Out of school, Eastwood tinkers with carburetors, then heads to Oregon to tame loose river logs. One misstep, and you vanish under splintered timber. Next stop, the Army. Drafted to Fort Ord, he moonlights as a lifeguard, breaks up a knife fight as a part-time bouncer, and learns how to stare danger down without blinking. Then comes 1951. A Navy torpedo bomber slams into the Pacific near Point Reyes. Eastwood crawls from the wreckage and swims more than 2 miles through 50-degree shark-infested water. Later, he'll call that night stark terror, and he'll replay it, shot for shot, in Escape from Alcatraz. Universal Pictures hires him for $75 a week, then dumps him after 18 months. The studio memo is brutal. Adam's apple, too. Big, speech too slow, chipped tooth distracting. On the same day, Burt Reynolds gets the boot, quips, "I can learn to act. You can't lose that neck." Clint laughs and silently vows revenge. Serendipity strikes in a CBS cafeteria when a network exec spots the 6'4" unknown and offers a screen test. Overnight, rawhide rockets into the Nielsen Top 20, Clint's paycheck leaps from $750 to $119,000 per episode, and the Arizona desert turns him into America's favorite trail hand. Yet 6 grueling seasons later, he's bored stiff, late to set, and desperate for risk. An Italian director nobody respects, Sergio Leone, hiding under the alias Bob Robertson, needs a cheap American cowboy. Eastwood agrees because the paycheck plugs a hole between rawhide seasons. No shared language, no budget, no certainty. Clint raids thrift shops, bleaches black Levi's, grabs a dusty sombrero, stuffs pocket cigars, and buys a threadbare poncho for $15. Make the gunslinger silent, he suggests. Silence is louder. Critics later vomit on the trilogy. Cheap Jack, dopey, a repellent disaster, groans the New York Times. Audiences don't care. They fork over $84 million on a $2 million cost. Hollywood scrambles to copy spaghetti westerns, and Eastwood pockets enough cash to start Malpaso Productions, named after the agent who warned the films would be a bad step. The role of Harry Callahan ricochets from Sinatra. Hand. Injury to Newman, political concerns, to Wayne, ego, finally landing on Eastwood's desk. He not only says yes, he installs his own director and finances the risk. The .44 Magnum becomes a cultural earthquake. 3 years later, he's dangling from the vertical face of Switzerland's Eiger for the Eiger sanction. A crew climber dies. Production nearly halts. Clint, 44, decides to do every lethal stunt himself. No green screen, no body double, because insurance paperwork bores him. Then the unthinkable, a blue-collar comedy co-starring an orangutan. Executives predict career suicide. Every Which Way But Loose smashes $100 million, the sequel bags another $70 million. Tragically, rumors claim Clyde the ape was beaten to death by a trainer after swiping donuts, an allegation the studio never fully answered, leaving a stain darker than any box office record. Directorial debut, play Misty for Me, shoots in his coastal hometown, wraps early, and finishes $50,000 under budget. From that day on, Clint runs sets like meditation halls. No shouting, no wasted motion. Cameras roll the moment actors hit their mark. Most performances you see are first takes. Beg hard for a second if you dare. Matt Damon once pleaded for another run. Got it, nailed it, then heard the director murmur, "Okay, moving on." That discipline births gold. Unforgiven, age 62, waits on a shelf until he looks old enough to play the ruined gunslinger. Scores 4 Oscars and a lifetime pass from the Academy. Mystic River slices into generational trauma. Million Dollar Baby dares discuss mercy ending, suffering, and still wins statues. Gran Torino turns an 78-year-old racist curmudgeon into a global box office phenomenon. Adopted Seattle resident Lori Murray spends decades searching for her biological father, discovers in the late 90s it's Clint Eastwood. She meets him on a golf course. The reunion stays whisper quiet until 2018, when Lori walks the red carpet beside him at the Mule premiere. Go further back and the timeline gets messier. A 14-year affair with stuntwoman Roxanne Tunis bearing. Daughter Kimber. Live-in partner Sandra Locke suing him twice after their breakup. Flight attendant Jocelyn Reeves raising Scott and Catherine with father declined on their birth certificates. More court documents, tabloid exposés, and uneasy Thanksgiving dinners than any soap opera writer could concoct. Through the chaos, one steady figure emerges, Christina Sandera, a Carmel-by-the-Sea hotel hostess who meets Clint in 2014. She rejects. Magazine interviews, devotes spare hours to rescued horses, and keeps him grounded. On July 18, 2024, she dies suddenly. Cardiac arrhythmia brought on by coronary disease. Family members confess they're in shock, and insiders say Clint vanishes from public view for weeks. In late 2024, YouTuber Magnus uploads an hour-long sit-down where Eastwood criticizes political correctness and now-Twitters Me Too excesses while promoting Juror Number 2. Days later, the video disappears. No strike notice, no copyright claim, stoking fan theories that Warner Brothers pulled strings to silence a 94-year-old rebel. Forums explode over free speech while the studio stays mute. Reporters keep asking, is Juror Number 2 the goodbye film? Trade leaks insist the marketing team quietly labels it the final ride. Cast members disagree on record. Some whisper that Eastwood already locked actors for yet another thriller starting spring 2025. Industry trackers list no official retirement filing because, well, there isn't one. Meanwhile, Warner gives Juror Number 2 a token 50 theater. Rollout, critics call it an awards qualifier tossed in the broom closet, and conspiracy talk snowballs that corporate brass fear Eastwood's blunt themes might ignite boycotts. Whether the theory is paranoia or PR strategy, box office numbers are withheld, feeding the mystery. On set, Eastwood still refuses to shout, "Action!" He murmurs the word like a secret spell, trusting actors to feel the change in air pressure. He despises birthday parties. Daughter Allison admits every attempt ends with him physically fleeing the venue. He calls celebrations a waste of daylight. Instead, he shows up at grandkids' soccer games, grins when they drape medals around his neck, and jokes that standing among 30-something parents makes him the crypt keeper with a camera. Juror Number 2 wraps ahead of schedule. Crew gossip says the 80-page shooting script barely changed, yet tension on screen crackles. Nicholas Hoult plays a juror who realizes he caused the fatal accident he's judging. Producers leave the editing bay stunned at how lean and merciless the cut feels. Eastwood's eyes wrinkle into a smile. He's already flipping through the next screenplay, and that is the wildest part. The cowboy Hollywood tried to bench in 1960 keeps waking up before sunrise, keeps rewriting the rulebook, keeps proving skeptics wrong. Time slows muscle, grays. Hair dims hearing, but it hasn't touched Clint Eastwood's will. So if you feel the ground rumble sometime next year, don't look for an earthquake. It's probably just the old man in the poncho, squinting down a new camera lens, whispering, "One more time. Go ahead. Make my day."